This is the opening of the Wayans brothers. This might be just the outtake. Okay.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
Good morning. Happy Taylor Tilton Tuesday. I'm Christie Taylor. I am here with none other than this lady over here. What's your name, lady?
My name be Tina Tilton. Good morning, Christie Taylor.
Good morning. You know something? I am sounding extra happy because I woke up earlier than my alarm. I've already dressed
And
for the
that
day.
makes you happy?
And
Hold on. I'm confused. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, finish.
I've already had breakfast. Woo! I tell you what a difference waking up early makes, and you've already had food and you're fully dressed for the day. Woo, Tina.
No, but I've been trying to tell you that. I'm like, okay, I get up a little early, I get breakfast, I'm done eating breakfast by the time you and I are on this podcast, and then the day begins. I'm dressed now. The only thing I'm not wearing is my wig. Oh Lord,
Well,
it can stay in
now,
the closet for now.
I didn't say I had my wig on. I ain't gonna say that.
Oh, okay. Is that Sandra?
See Sandra Hill. She said, "Good morning, ladies. Happy Taylor Tilton
Hey,
Tuesday."
Sandra. Good
Honey,
morning.
she gave us all kind of hugs and smiles and hearts. Honey, all the love back to you. Yes, honey. She said that Folgers in your cup. LOL.
She went old school. Uh-huh.
She went old school with it. And it's so funny because I'm not a serious coffee drinker at all. I prefer teas, but I do still love the smell of Folgers. I mean, I'm not really into all the different, highfalutin brands around, but Folgers in your cup, and it did smell good as a little child. So that is a definitely a childhood memory. Folgers in your cup. But,
I'm going to agree with you on that because I'm not a coffee drinker at all, period. But just the smell of coffee, and even Olivia, she'll, when she walks into a room with a coffee scent, she'll say, "Oh, that smells good. I want some, but I really don't." And I think I know what she's saying. Like, I want to drink it, and not that she's going to, because you know what? By the way, is coffee really an adult beverage, or can children drink coffee? Because in the Black culture, we say, "Oh no, you ain't getting no coffee. This is for adults." But why? Is it really? Like, is it really?
Is coffee good for kids? I'm gonna see. Is coffee good? They said the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends no caffeinated coffee, tea, soda, sports drinks, or other products for children under 12. While adolescents between 12 and 18 should limit their intake to less than 100 milligrams per day, and children's bodies are smaller, making them more susceptible to even modest quantities of caffeine, amplifying its effects. Now, check this out. Caffeine intake may reduce their appetite, cause anxiety, and dental cavities. So if you wish to introduce coffee to kids, check the intake amount with your pediatrician. So no.
Please, you just said caffeine. That includes, so you said sodas, you said teas. We've already introduced them to those things. So they're already drinking, especially my daughter. We love us some root beer. So Sam, next time you pick some coffee, Sam, fix Olivia a little cup and let her try it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Ain't against it.
Let me get this straight. So as opposed to removing Dr. Pepper and sodas from her diet, you're like, go ahead and add coffee to it. Is this officially, ladies and gentlemen, making Tina a bad mommy? Are you a bad mommy today?
No, I'm a 2023 mommy. Go let her have a little bit of cup of it. Let her have some. Let her try it. We'll
You
see.
know, some
But you
people
know what?
don't.
I'll be at the podcast center when she does that. By the way,
You really won't be aware.
yeah, I ain't gonna be around. Let him and Olivia figure out how she's gonna react when she drinks a small, very small cup of coffee. No, no, I may
Now,
have to
I will.
experiment with that during the Christmas holidays.
Okay, well, check this out. When it comes to drinking coffee, Folgers in your cup or any type of coffee, I am more coffee in my cream. I mean, I'm a coffee in my cream type of person instead of cream in my coffee. So oftentimes when I used to work in corporate America, way before my radio career, I would
Hmm.
actually, and they way back in the day would have a whole, the kitchenette and have all the things and they always definitely had coffee. And depending upon how polluting the office was, they had, those, almost espresso type machines. But when
Yep.
I tell
Yep.
you, let them have some cocoa, like hot cocoa packs in there. Y'all know the good companies that have
Yes. What I saw at the
flavors.
hotel this past weekend. Yes, they had plenty hot cocoa.
Hot cocoa, all the tea bags, plus the coffee. Well, this is what I would do, and it actually turns some other people onto it. Is I would, instead of using creamer, I would put the cocoa in first, then I would add the coffee, stir it up, and then they were like, "What is that?" Because they made it, of course, way before Starbucks became a thing and all that. It just made it like one of
Hmm.
those not cappuccino type thing, like mochas and all like that. And
Uh-huh.
now that I would do because if and depending upon how strong the coffee was, I may add water first and then add the coffee yeah. So I would basically put coffee in my cocoa. I would make
I
cocoa with
didn't do neither. I,
yeah.
I I didn't do neither. I just simply brought my own can of Pepsi. You know I'm a Pepsi representative. You know you saw my shirt last
If,
week, so you
if
know
you
I'm
don't
representing the Pepsi.
if
So
you don't
I
get
didn't.
if you don't get an NIL name, image, and likeness deal with them, look, you're doing too much
I know,
advertising
huh?
for Pepsi for us not to have this. The show is being brought to you by. As a matter of fact,
I
we
know
should
Pepsi
say
Cola.
right. We should say that. As a matter of fact, let me tell you what the show is brought to you by. The Taylor Tilton
Okay.
Show is brought to you by Christie Taylor Consulting, the Podcast Center, Bumping 96.3 FM, right on radio, 87.7 FM, classic R&B and soul. But it is not brought to you by Pepsi. So
Currently. Yet.
currently, okay, you need
Yeah.
to work on
That's
it.
right.
You need to work on it.
Ah, okay. Okay. I will.
The weekend, baby, and it was a Thanksgiving weekend. And shout out to everybody who came
Girl, you're
home,
right. Oh my.
allow themselves to be around family and extended family or your family, whether you were having Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, Babesgiving, all the givings. Indigenous, Harvest Day, all the names that we had, Gratitude Day on last Thursday or the entire weekend. Because honestly, I'm going to go back. I'm going to do a Tina Tilton.
Oh man. Oh, you don't want to pull Tina Tilton's last week, but go ahead.
No, because I'm gonna make mine short. And I had an extended Thanksgiving weekend because thanks to Tina Tilton,
How
she
so?
surprised me with a gift that allowed me to have a little moment of reprieve. Of course, I will
Oh,
confess that I
girl.
started on Monday leading up to the Thanksgiving Eve. But I will say that while it was a moment to just kind of get away and clear my mind, that I also did some work, including speaking of our sponsor, the Podcast Center. Check out the Podcast Center's new website, the Podcast Center, Memphis.com. You can do a website. And on this past Sunday, also part of our extended weekend, Tina gave thumbs up. We made a few tweaks. But yeah, I worked on that as well as I tweaked
Man,
on my
you sure
own
did.
website. And I
That
tweaked
site
on
is popping, Christy. Yeah, it's like Lil Mama's lip gloss song. That website is popping. The podcastcentermemphis.com is popping. And that's only because of Christy Taylor Consulting. So
Taylor
you guys, when I
Consulting.
tell you, when I tell you, you guys, when you need that fly website, but you know what? Now I can say this. A little pressure was put under us because we had a meeting with with
Yes.
one of the ladies from the Women's Business Center, and she was like,
Yes.
"Well, your radio station's sites look great, but the podcast center, Need some improvement. And I said, well,
Okay,
you know
in
what?
full
We have
confession,
talked about that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in full confession, all year long, we kept saying we need to work on the podcast center
Yeah.
stuff. We need to
Yeah.
work on the podcast center because we
Yeah.
were into launching the 2 stations, standing up the second location till honestly the branding portion, because we had a branding audit at the top of last week leading
Mm-hmm.
into our Thanksgiving festivities. And of course, for me, Wednesday, I ended up in Levita's world, and that's world famous Levita Maku, a brand strategist. And hey, good morning. Happy Taylor Tilton Tuesday from Corey
My,
D.
my. Look what the wind blew in. Oh, okay. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
wait a
Christy.
minute. Uh-oh. He said, I forgot it was Tuesday until just now. What? Not only did you forget it was Tuesday, you forgot it was Taylor Tilton Tuesday.
It sounds like he needs a cup of Folgers coffee. Somebody go hand Corey D. Garcia a cup of coffee, please.
Yes,
Any one of his
that's what
coworkers. Anyone.
Now, you know, he works for one of the top companies in the country, world, and all those things. So I know they got the good coffee at his office. I know they probably got espresso machines. They probably got cappuccinos and mochas. And
Well, he needs a cup or two.
well, see, Corey, you were late to the discussion. I was saying I was up early. I've already dressed for the day, sans wig, and I've already had breakfast, still nibbling on my grits and eggs. And but I said that it was he said I don't drink coffee. He said I'm working from home and drinking a Coke.
A what?
So you're getting caffeine then. You're getting caffeine. First of all, wait a minute. Oh God.
Did you say a Coke? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Corey, you forgot that she is a non-brand ambassador of Pepsi.
You could say that again. But still, sounds like he's a brand or non-brand ambassador of Coke.
Of Coca-Cola. Oh,
God.
And
okay.
Can I tell you that these 2 caffeine people, and he said, I don't know, how did you forget today was Taylor Tilton Tuesday, though? But anyway, you got to drop that in the chat. But the very fact that Tina is a non-brand ambassador for Pepsi Cola, and Corey D. Garcia is a non-brand ambassador for Cola. And how many decades have they done the cola test? Maybe
you know what? Now that is a throwback. Yeah, that's a throwback commercial right there. Maybe we should bring that back. Oh, that'll be fun. So especially since both of our stations are classic throwback type stations, we could do that. Oh, that'll be fun. We'll have a taste test. Yeah, Corey, it's me and you. It's on. It's on. Come on, 2024, Christy. Book us a date and we're gonna do a taste test. Tina and Corey's colas. What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Taste
I love it. Tina and Corey's colas. I love it. Good morning. Good morning, Anita Jones or Mama Jones.
Hey,
good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Now, thank you, Mama. She said, I do help start my day with 2 exclamation points. Okay. Like I said, though, Corey, I drink coffee specifically when I worked in offices. I would use the hot cocoa mix, particularly if they had the marshmallow ones, and then I would put the coffee in that. Oh, girl, we got a new guest today. Oh, look at this girl, Derek. Good morning.
Hey, Derek. Good morning. What do you drink, Derek? Coffee, cola, or Coke? I need to know. I'm serious.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Now, usually I just drink. He said, good morning, loves. Of course, Derek Dean, for those who know, that he and Corey Whitaker, they are co-owners of the K3 Studio Cafe right there.
Love it. That's right. Yeah.
Great location. First of all, great food, but also it's a great venue for concerts and all those things, you know, particularly indie musicians. And they're also working out of the cash saver at the, is that South End Mall? Not South End Mall. Tell me what it is, Derek. And I used to go there too when I was with WRBO, when they opened up that cash saver over there on 3rd Street. And
South Memphis. Okay.
South Memphis in the house. And great food. Girl, all I'm going to say is once I got into Levita's world, part of my weekend recap, on Wednesday, to be exact, she was picking up some dessert from Corey at that location, that cash saver at that particular location. And when I tell you, that they said, okay, well, the cakes are almost done. We were like, well, I'm looking at the food, right? Because if you've ever been to Cash Saver, you know this to be true. And this is part of my weekend recap on how I hurt myself 2 times during this Thanksgiving weekend. Because Derek knows this to be true, that they had lasagna, fried chicken, greens, sweet potato, all the things. So
all that stuff that Shirley Caesar said in her song. Okay, gotcha.
yes, yes. And Levita was like, I said, girl, and I'm looking at the food like, I know you're picking up cakes, but I'm hungry right now because this food is like screaming at me, nice little line. And I finally said, well, can we? I said, and Levita said, well, I want some chicken. I said, well, I want the lasagna with the greens and the sweet potatoes.
Why do you have to say it like that? Lasagna. You are in South Memphis. We do not lasagna. It's just, hey, give me some of that lasagna and some chicken. You ain't gotta sing lasagna. We don't care. My God. Lasagna.
Anyway, long story short, shout out to them because when I tell you we didn't make it off the parking lot, girl. We popped when we got to the car, we popped them the to-go orders out and ate that food in the car.
In the car. Now y'all pulled the South Memphis for real. So you could not have sat inside the restaurant at a table and ate like 2
wait a minute
women over 30.
First of all, no, we could not have. Well, let me tell you that. Corey D. Garcia trying to be a little salty right now. He said, I was working and listening to a podcast from last night.
I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that.
He said, you don't want this, Tina? Let's do it at K3 Studios. Ooh,
come on. I'm good with this. I'm good with it.
He said, I will drink Pepsi from time to time, but I'm Team Coke. Ooh.
That's all right. We gonna see what team gonna win at K3 Studios next year. 2024 is on. It is the cola taste test. Come on, we gonna record it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Who I've never seen before, but okay, yeah, that's good. See, he gonna be ghost anyway, so my soda is gonna win by default. He don't show up for nothing.
He don't. He better. Okay, but we're gonna give him a personal invitation to something that's coming up during the holiday season. Hey, shout out Atlanta, Darius Moore. He's checking in all the way from Atlanta. He said, "Black Men and Pepsi taste test is Black History." Oh, is that what it is? Okay. He said, "Black Men and Pepsi taste test is Black History." But wait a minute, you ain't got to throw me under the bus. You know, Christie code switches. Y'all gonna let me say lasagna the way I want to say it.
Oh, lasagna. Levita over there, give me some chicken. Christy said, give me some lasagna. Okay. I'm gonna carry you to Collierville with me next time so you can get some lasagna.
He said, okay, then Corey said, I know the difference between Coke, Pepsi, and cola. Now that's so true. Okay, Tina, you said Pepsi and cola. There's a difference between Coca-Cola, Coke, Pepsi, and cola because cola is that no brand name drink. Cola.
Well, I don't know now. I mean, let's think. Both sodas have cola at the end of their names. It's Coca-Cola, it's Pepsi Cola, and then yes, you got Big K Cola. So I do know the difference in all 3 of them, but they're all still colas. It don't matter. It does not matter. K3 Studios next year. Come on, we're on. I'm on. I'm ready to do this test.
A cola test with Tina and Corey.
That's right.
The thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slip in cola on both of y'all, and I'm going to see if y'all going to say it's Coke or Pepsi. That's all I'm saying. The Big K Cola going to win all the time. What you said?
Okay, so we're going to include you in it too then. The Christie's Cola, Corey's Coke, and Tina's Pepsi. We're going to see who takes that's going to win. Now, keep in mind, if we do this after May, then I'll be about 30 pounds lighter, so I'm going to have on me a half shirt. So I'm going to win.
Oh, they're going to judge it based on your shirt?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to show some leg, like you told me last week. Show some leg. Try my cola, guys.
Right. All the guys are going to line up right there. Okay,
I don't
thank
know
you,
though. They
Derek.
like Christie legs better than mine,
I
so
was
I don't know. I may have to show something else.
about to say I'm gonna have to cheat and show my legs too. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah,
gotta
they
work.
do. They like your legs better than my legs, so I don't know.
And then
I don't.
I might need to do a Betty Boo and show a little cleavage. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh
legs.
yeah, you got that on me too. Oh man, Lord have mercy. What can I show, dear Jesus? Um,
Don't show nothing.
I
Don't
have to
show.
wrap my thumb tight or something. I don't know. Hide my stretch marks.
Wait a minute. But wait, based on the way women are out here now, you can show that stomach with the stretch marks, honey, because I think it's a whole new fad. It's a whole new fad.
Girl, Olivia got
Wait a minute.
me.
Oh my God. Now, Darius is giving us some Black history. He said the very first person to taste Pepsi in the lab was a Black man. Okay.
Hmm.
And Corey said
Love it.
Pepsi.
Love it, man.
Okay. Pepsi was Pepsi Cola, but you have off brand colas that have unique taste and taste. Yes, exactly. Like the Big K taste like. Well, I'm going to represent Big K. Wait a
Yeah,
minute, Darius,
that's
hush
true.
your mouth. He said, you will win, Christy.
I know she got 2 for 1. She got two on me, Darius. She got top and bottom. I ain't got top and bottom. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh,
Wait.
I do have
But
a butt. I got a butt. I got a
I
butt,
can
Christy.
say you got something I don't have, never had. God was good to me because I'm just thinking, okay, now I know we are all the way off our weekend, but just know
I
that we
know.
made
I know.
Thanksgiving was good, hung out Levita's family, hurt myself with all the food. Literally, by the next day on Thanksgiving, they had such a large spread that when I finally ate all my food, sampled everything just about, and ate half a slice of that Corey Whitaker caramel cake. When I tell you, I had to literally lay down. The itis kicked in immediately. Have you ever had itis kick in before you finish eating? That is
No,
how
but I've never had a Corey Whitaker cake. What is that?
baby. Girl, Corey. Okay, she's over there at K3 Studios, and like I said, I'm gonna have to take you over. Matter of fact, we got some running around to do today, and we're gonna go over there to the spot. Okay, I forgot to tell you. I need you to. Yeah, we need some run around to do today.
Oh Lord,
Oh
yeah,
Lord.
you told me that yesterday.
Oh Lord. Well, we're talking about it. We're talking about it. But
Okay,
anyway,
okay.
but at the end of the day, great weekend indeed. Oh, yes, sassy Sandra Hill knows. She said, I love Derek and Chef Corey. That's family. Honey, by the time you get through eating their food, you better call them family. Woo! When y'all go to the Downtown Podcast Center, take her by there. She actually, so the rest of my weekend recap was the fact that after Thanksgiving, the next day, while I was still in her weekend recap that she hasn't shared yet, I had a chance to once again be in with world famous Lavina McCool. I was hanging out all weekend long, and Friday at the Podcast Center downtown, we had a all-day pop-up shop. Shout out to fashion designer Chaz. And I tell you, they started around 1 o'clock. They wrapped up around 8 or 9 o'clock. And when I tell you that his clothes, I mean, he had people come in all day long. He really, the first hour, had a line throughout the building. Yes, honey. And I understand he come back for the holiday season with another one for December. So I'll be giving you all heads up on that. So I did that. So pretty much I was at the Podcast Center all day on Friday. And then the next day, world famous, along with J Mac and another young man, Two Keys, they have a show called I'm Just Saying, which is a live podcast series that they've been doing at the downtown location. And Corey Whitaker, Chef Corey, she came out, and we were the two older women trying to figure what these folks talking about. It was like, and they were talking about all kinds of things. But yeah, she loves the space. And even though they have their own properties, she was like, she could see herself, showing some love to the downtown community with her cuisine. And so, yeah, hopefully her and Tina Tilton and Lavina can work out something, because that would be a great holiday closeout if she has something there as well, because I mean, her food is fabulous. Her desserts are next level. And I had posted one time, I think earlier this year, I love Pinterest, and I literally posted something about red velvet crepes. And she was like, what is that? Where is that? And I told her, I said, found this from Pinterest. She said, she DM'd me and on Facebook and I'm going to work on those. So hopefully in 2024, she's gonna develop those red velvet crepes, honey, because they look delicious on Pinterest, and her food is marvelous. So my weekend really ended with hanging out. Thank God for Thanksgiving. Great food. I did get to on Sunday get some rest until Tina wanted to have a 5-hour meeting. Thank God.
Wow. A very needed meeting, by the way. Come on now. Don't do it like that.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, her weekend recap really starts on last Wednesday as well. And I'm going to throw it over to her to tell her so y'all can understand how I ended up in a 5-hour phone meeting with Tina Tilton. Go ahead, Tina.
Well,
tell us about your weekend and how I ended up having 5 hours with you on Sunday.
Well, actually, that part is true, but it didn't start Wednesday. It started Tuesday. Remember last Tuesday when we got off when we got off of the podcast last week, I said, y'all remember I had to go to trial, girl, remember? I said, oh, Lord, Mama called my lawyer because it's time to go to trial.
That's right. With your head
I know. Let me say this. I felt kind of bad because I said, Lord, they are really on me about my Pepsi shirt and my blue jacket and my bonnet. And I said, maybe I should take off this bonnet. That's it. That's all I did for y'all. I took off my bonnet, but I still went there and I represented with my other stuff. But nonetheless, when I got to
Tina, I'm glad I didn't have to put anything on your book.
No, you didn't have to put nothing on my book. Matter of fact, I paid my own debt, Corey D. Garcia. Thank you very much. That's why I was down there. And I went down there and I presented my receipt. I said, here I am. Okay, no, I didn't. No, I did not. No, I didn't. Let me stop. I'm telling you.
You trying to go to jail for real.
I'm telling you, child. I was like, yes. Can you tell me what court I'm in or where I'm supposed to go? And they walked me to the room or whatever where I was supposed to have shown my receipt and things like that. And shucks, at that time, I did have to wait for the attorney to come out and say, hey, okay, we got it. It's paid in full. Thank you so very much. Basically, this is dismissed. All right, well, cool. Because they sure was looking. They even called my government name out. You know that name, so they like Tina. Oh, okay, that would be me. Hey, yes. And so I was getting out of there.
Corey got something. He said, like the O'Neal twins, Jesus dropped the charges.
Yes, he did. Hey, son, Corey, he sure did. But let's say it this way: Jesus gave me the money to pay the bill off. That's all. But
Jesus gave me money. Jesus gave me money.
So in 30 minutes or less, I was in and out of there. So it was good. I didn't have to blend in much with those people. But you should have saw it.
Wait.
Yep. They look just like me.
They talk about me?
Yep, they look just like me. That's why I said I'm gonna go right in there. I'm gonna blend in. I got my joggers pants on, my Pepsi shirt, my blue jacket, but no bonnet. Let me see. Did I have my Kroger wig on? I think I did have my Kroger wig on.
You had your Kroger wig on. Okay, so you still was blending in there. You were still blending.
Yeah. Correct. And let me tell you what I did before I started to blend in, because I was actually early. I thought, because I kept sharing with you guys, I said my court date is at 1:00, but it was really at 1:30. So as I was driving there and realizing, nope, I didn't realize it. I actually read my letter and I said, okay, I gotta be there at 1:30. Okay, well, I got time to eat. Child, I was over there on Poplar. What's the Poplar? What's that? The midtownish area. Long story short, I stopped at Jack Purtle's. Child, they got me some gizzards. I ain't had gizzards in years, Christy. I said, because you know me, my daughter and I, we are McDonald's girls. So I was about to go to McDonald's and get
Jack Purtle's gizzards. Did you get to the one at Poplar in Cleveland? Is that where you
went?
That's it.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's not my part of town either. But yeah, that's where I was. So instead of going to McDonald's, I said, ooh, look at this Jack Purtle's. I think those gizzards are calling me, and I can eat those gizzards before I go to trial. And child, they were fresh. Lord have mercy. He said, you want a combo? I said, yes. He didn't know. I said, no, I told him I wanted the combo. The guy that worked behind the register. And he said, you want something to drink with it? I said, doesn't it come with it? Combos always typically come with the meat, some fries, and a soda. Oh, no, not in Jack Turtles. You got to order soda separately. He said, no, ma'am. The soda is 129. I said, give it to me. What kind of soda you want? A root beer. You already know it.
Caffeine, 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 caffeine.
But Corey D. Garcia, it was the Pepsi brand of root beer. Come on now.
He said, wait a minute. Aren't you doing a cleanse, Tina? Oh.
I know. I got my products. I told Dr. Franco we're going to put that on hold till after Christmas. So mind your business, Corey D. Garcia. Mind your business. But anyway, so I went to, after I gobbled down my gizzards. Yes, I did go to court. Seriously, it took me about 30 minutes. I was in and out, and I ran my errands and was back at home and ready to pack so that my husband, my daughter, and I could head to Huntsville the very next day for Thanksgiving. And that's what we did. We took that 4-hour drive from Memphis to Huntsville, Alabama. And had a great time. I always have such a refreshing time when I go and when I head to Huntsville, when I'm there, and even when I head home. It seems like I get a lot of like revelations and just revelation and rest. I'll put it that way. That's what I get, revelation and rest. And my mom's like, oh, well, you sure you want to drive? Because I know you're tired and so on and so forth. I said, Mom, when I get there, I can't do nothing. So this is always a rest break for me.
There's a couple people who got something to say about all that you're saying. First of all, Corey said he's going to hold you accountable. He's going to hold you accountable. And Mama, she done had a flashback. She said she loved her some Jack Purtle chicken almost as good as mine. Oh, Mama make gizzards. Oh, my God.
Mama make some good chicken.
Okay, Tina, you are an Alabama woman. Guess who said that?
Who said that?
Darius Moore, who is living in Atlanta, but he's from Bama. He said, you a Bama woman. That's why you married to a Bama man then, I guess.
Well, I don't know about that, Darius. I'm South Memphis all the way, but in marriage, I will accept my Alabama role. So it's fine. But seriously, when I get there, it's like I told my mom, I said, I don't have, dishes to wash or clothes to put up or, a podcast center to run to. I don't have those things, even though they are still, in my mind. And I did actually still do some work on the laptop when I was there, but I can't do a lot of the physical things that I would do at home. That's why I like to just kind of break away and get away and head out there. Plus my mother-in-law and I, Patsy Pope, we sit in the bed and we watch hours and hours of Lifetime Christmas movies. Oh, they're so fun. So romantic. You should try those.
Yeah, something. I was wondering about that. I said, I know Hallmark and Lifetime, they've been showing movies since September for the Christmas holidays. But so definitely.
I ain't know nothing about that.
Darius Moore said your husband must be pretty good people. That's right. Alabama people. They are Alabama people. Oh, Corey says happy. Hey, Mama Jones. Corey's he's trying to always be on your mama good side. I love it though. Go ahead. So then you can tell them that once you got back, the reason why we had to do 5 hours on Sunday. I could explain it why we had to do 5 hours.
Okay. Well, I got an echo.
No, that's saying it's some of the hour, which is a good time for us to pause and say this show is brought to you by Christie Taylor Consulting, the podcast center of 96.3 FM and right on radio 87.7 FM, classic R&B and soul. Can you do? Okay, go back to you, Tina. Back to you.
Oh, okay. What? Sorry about that. I had to pull a DJ Cool right there. Let me clear my throat. Matter of fact, hold on a second. I need some water for real. I need some water for real.
Speaking about that, 50 years of hip hop, I'm really enjoying a lot of the, as we come to the end of the year, really well produced hip hop shows, podcasts. Will Smith has one, all pretty much interviewing each other. I saw another one that was very, very tastefully done. I like the fact that they're having a chance to talk. Matter of fact, one of the young ladies that I think you met on the Time During the Morning Cruise, what was her name? She lives in London.
Lady of Rage. Or was it Money Love? Money Love. Sorry.
Yeah, Money. Yes, she was on an interview. Very well done. And she talked about speaking about the fact that she lives abroad now, is that she credits the her courage to being in hip hop, that she was able to leave her, where she grew up and live abroad now. So I really like the way that they're showing all the different facets, because hip hop has been taking a really bad hit in the last several years. A lot of people are afraid of the lifestyle, but to be able to see the old heads get a chance to talk about the impact, that very positive way, the impact that hip hop had on them and who they became as a result. I think it's also going to encourage a lot of younger rappers and those in the hip hop game to start rethinking the way that they've been handling hip hop. So hopefully that happens, because it's been really good. But okay, going back to you and whatever you got going on.
No, Saturday we were talking about the weekend recap. Saturday, Olivia and we came on home. Sam, my husband, stayed in Alabama, but he's here now, but he stayed behind for a couple of days. And Sunday, but we did definitely have to get back Sunday, because Sunday was a very special day for us. We celebrated Mommy's birthday, even though her birthday was November 10th. Sunday was the only time that all three of her children, me, my sister, and my brother, were able to get together and celebrate Mom. So Mom wanted to go to Firebirds restaurant yesterday. I'm sorry, Monday. Tina. Sunday. Firebirds on Sunday. Lord have mercy. Firebirds was so crowded. Even though we were there at 12:30, y'all, that is such a crowded restaurant. And I said, oh my gosh, but the food was delicious. And by the way, I saw Pastor Floyd's son and daughter-in-law. So big shout outs to Brennan and Brittany and their babies. They were there as well. But the food was good. But the food was good. And if you're going to go to Firebirds, make sure you got your good credit card that's got money on it. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. And by the way, Aim and Al, y'all still owe me. Did I say that out loud? My bad. But after that, we got home about 4:30. I'm gonna be honest, I was tired. So I took me a nap. I took me a 30-minute nap before 5:00, the 5:00 phone call with Christie Taylor. And you said that we were not on the phone for 5 hours. We were on the phone for 4. We got off that phone at 9 p.m. from 5 to 9. Do your math, lady. That's 4 hours.
Well, okay. Y'all still see that was too long. 4 hours, 5 hours. Okay. I'm sorry. I added an extra hour.
That was a meeting. We weren't just talking about things frivolous. That word, big. Frivolous. That I was trying to get it out.
I did a little gossip and catch you up on what's been going on. But other than that, yeah, it was a good solid 3 hours. Wait a minute. Dog sitting fees cancel out. Amy, good morning. She said dog sitting fees cancel out my money. Ooh.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not. You know what? I forgot we left Kennedy here with Amy. Yes, Kennedy was here. We left Kennedy behind for Thanksgiving. She stayed here with her TT Amy.
Oh, now she's going to be the TT. She said, Christie got sleepy and took up. She had me almost past y'all. What you saying?
But it still was a very productive phone call, and we got a lot of things going. And thank you so much, Christy, seriously. And because now literally like the podcast center Memphis.com really does look like it should, like the brand audit suggested that it should, and it has all the bells and whistles on it that it should, because we do have some major plans for 2024. And there's some other tweaks that we're going to do even with the Beyond the Pod initiative that we offer with the podcast center. And if there are any managers that are listening, we'll be sharing that with you very soon here, probably by the end of the week. I'll be calling a meeting by the end of the week. Like, okay, we got T's crossed, I's dotted. This is what we're going to do for 2024, especially the first of 2024. I gotta do it. Y'all got too many parties planned for us in December. We got parties and parties and parties every week.
I'm so glad you brought up parties and holiday series that you're about to do at the Podcast Center downtown, because I do know I have a class on the second Saturday. The second Saturday for those who love the last class of 2023. It's going to be at the Bartlett location. But I am aware that there are quite a few parties starting on the 8th, and then there's a party on the 15th and the 22nd and the 29th. And excited about all those parties. And for those who want to know, I'm going to actually add those to the party. But there's a party that's on the 8th for what? Family and friends on Friday.
I think the 8th is family and friends. And we're
And
gonna
what
skip
time?
the 15th. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know.
4 o'clock.
I
I think
think
it's 4
I
to
think it's
5.
4 to 8.
Yeah, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Uh-huh.
on Friday the 8th. Come to the
Uh-huh.
podcast, and if you consider family and friends, and Corey D. Garcia, she has basically put a hit out and said if you do not show up, she's got major issues. I'm just giving you words, heads up on that. Then the next weekend, actually, a client has booked a show.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be called the Fishbowl Series. A cool guy downtown. He's a cool white dude who does a lot of stuff in the hip hop community. He's going to kick off a series that he's going to call the Fishbowl Series. So we'll see how that works. And then on the 22nd, you have another get together. That's going to be the
sponsors and podcasters.
The
Yeah.
ugly sweater.
No. I just said it. It's the sponsors and podcasters party on
22nd.
December 22nd.
Okay. So I'm glad to hear it. So the sponsors and then the podcasters get a chance to get together 22nd, and that's going to be on a Friday, probably kick off around 5 o'clock. And then what I'm trying to get to is that the last weekend of the month, the 29th, you got the kind of some holiday party for that, right?
It is. It's the ugly Christmas sweater, even though Christmas will be over. Oh yeah. Okay, well.
Christmas sweater after Christmas, but okay, I ain't gonna talk about you on that.
Oh Lord, yeah, it's a wrap now. That flyer is done. You sure right.
That should have been on the 22nd. And
oh Lord, I may have to spend some more money and get that tweaked. Lord Jesus, we'll see.
But most importantly, I want to make sure I show love in their party series. But the only thing I'm having issue with on this day, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time countdown to the holiest time of the year.
Oh boy, I think I know what this is.
Now you got something on the 8th. You got somebody got something on the 15th. You got something on the 22nd. You got something on the 29th. But I'm just trying to understand. Ain't nobody playing a Christie Taylor party on the 30th. Oh, thank you, Corey D. Garcia. He said, "Where's the CBT birthday party?" That's all I'm trying to say. My party.
Well, that's a good question. Where is your party? And when you find that out, let us know so that if we have time and we're available, we will attend it.
You know something? I'm gonna say hello to our member. His name is Big Maddie. Check it out on YouTube. He said, "Hello, lovely ladies. This is my first time here, and thank you for joining." And even Big Maddie, you're having to come into a family feud. I'm trying to understand how my friend. Thank you, Darius. He said, "Tina is not your." I'm talking about you. Tell me when your party gonna be.
I am more her friend than you are, Mr. Atlanta. Yes, I am. I'm just saying that we do not have any plans for the 30th. And if we did, what if it was a surprise? Y'all want me to just, man, y'all messing it up. Y'all messing it up.
Oh, okay. He's an LOL. Okay, a surprise. Okay, I'm gonna wait for my surprise birthday party on the 30th. Or are y'all going to make it part of the 29th? Because you know, people, if you're born in December at the end of the year between Christmas and New Year's, you pretty much, whatever those days are, the gifts that you get on Christmas is also part of your birthday. And any celebration that's happening on New Year's Eve is part of your birthday. You know what I'm saying? Corey better be reaching out to you. He said he know the business. Y'all need to be reaching out and doing my surprise birthday on the 30th.
we certainly will see about that. But speaking of birthdays, and you
he said, "What if it was a surprise? Way to flip it, Tina. You pivot well."
And I'm gonna pivot right into today's topic about this rock. Did you see that? Did y'all see that on the is that on the caption, Christie? Does Cassidy have a rock that is on the thing?
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna tell you something. Oh, hush your mouth. He said we're gonna have a church service. Y'all, don't play none for me.
Y'all gonna be at watch night the very next day, because the next day is the 31st. Y'all gonna be at watch night then. We ain't going to church on no 30th.
Wait a minute, but hold on. Yeah, we're gonna find out. Tina is a rock in a weary land. Jesus is a rock. Jesus is a rock in a weary land. And I'm gonna have some type of gathering on the 30th in honor of my birth, going on 58 years. Oh, hush your mouth, hush your mouth. Anyway, we'll probably do brunch up that Saturday brunch. We'll do a Saturday brunch. I'm gonna put that out there. So I already know it's gonna be a Saturday brunch at the podcast center in honor of Christie Taylor. I'm not saying it, I'm just repeating what I heard from the surprise. Okay, so now Tina, let's flip it over to this rock.
From who? From who? From who? Okay, yeah, we better get into this, honey. Since what's your mom's name? I forget. So I'm so sorry.
Dorothy
What's her name?
Dorothy.
Okay, so you are Dorothy's child. Like Tyler Perry said, he's Maxine's son or boy or child,
right,
whatever his movie is. And my child, Olivia, that's my child. My child, you guys, she has a wandering mind. Like out of the blue, since we're like right now, we're about to talk about our caption. Out of the blue, my child says to me, "Mommy, does Cassidy have a rock?" And I was very perplexed. Oh, that means puzzled for North Memphis.
First of all, who is Cassidy?
Well, let me give you a backtrack. Cassidy, not Kennedy. Cassidy is a teacup poodle that I had for about 16 years, and she went on to glory when Olivia was about 2 or 3 years old. I want to say 3. Amy, you can text me and or DM us and tell me the exact age Olivia was, because my sister's better with numbers than I am. But I know I had the dog for about 16, 17 years old. Teacup poodle. Loved that dog. I tell you, she was part of me and Sam's marriage counseling. I took the dog to counseling. I would take the dog to the restaurants. I would take the dog to the stores. I had her everywhere with me in my little travel purse. Before it became popular, before Paris Hilton made it popular, I already was traveling with my dog in my purse. I was, but and we have plenty of pictures, with the dog in it. So I think Olivia remembers her in that way too. So she asked me again out of the blue, "Does Cassidy have a rock?" Now I think you know where I'm going with this now, since I've already told you that Cassidy was 16 years old before she passed.
Okay, Amy said Olivia was 2, maybe. Now,
okay, that's what I said. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm trying to follow you and Olivia. Okay, so Cassidy has gone to dog heaven.
Yes.
And Olivia is 2 or 3 when she goes to dog heaven, and now she just turned 9 years old, and she wants to know if Cassidy has a rock. Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I understand what the baby's trying to do.
That's correct. And I said, like, I really didn't know what she was talking about. I said, "What does that mean?" And her description was like, one of those rocks that be in the grass that have words on it.
Look what Corey just said. Now, of course, our funeral director would know. Look what our funeral director just said.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And I said, "Oh, that's a headstone." That's like Corey just said. I said, "Oh, that's called a headstone." But no, baby, Cassidy does not have a rock.
Oh, I ain't get Cassidy a rock.
Yeah, I don't know why my child thought about that or thought of that. Does Cassidy have a rock? And I'm like, no. And of course, with her being 2 or 3 years old, the story with Cassidy is that Cassidy became very sick, and Melina and I were together, and we took Cassidy to the vet to, say, I know the time has come. Unfortunately, we got to put this dog down. I mean, I got to put her down. But even when we were there, about to, as I was signing the papers and stuff like that, then they took the dog and put her in a little cage or kennel, and shoot, she had already went to sleep, child. So they didn't even have to put her down. And I was like, "Oh, she gone?" Yes, girl, just like that.
She
just
said,
like that.
Hey, he was like, Corey said, "Well, where's Cassidy? Did y'all bury her?"
No. So just like that. I mean, they kept her because they put her in a kennel. She went to sleep. I left.
What do you mean under the headstone, man? Yeah. Okay, so they don't give you an opportunity to bury them if they go to sleep at the kennel?
I don't know, because when I came back, Okay, so I saw her sleeping in the kennel. I left there to go to get some breakfast and to tell my family members what I was about to do, to sign, that I had signed the papers and stuff, and that they needed to come and say their goodbyes. But by the time, child, we
Hold on,
got there,
wait.
she's
Now
already
I
gone.
know. Let me get this straight. Now I know that those who are diehard dog lovers and that the dogs are extended family, if
Ooh,
not,
yeah, girl, that was hard.
you call the family together to come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna let them come see her, but shoot, she was, by the time I got back there, because again I had left to get some breakfast, and by the time I got back there, the veterinarian said that she had already slept her way to glory. So I was like, oh man, and that didn't sit so well with the other family members, but we got through it. But fast forward, let me fast forward past 4 years later. 4 years after that, I got this little bundle of joy who, if you could see right now, is lying next to me in bed. Yes, in bed. Kennedy, a Maltipoo. and week before last, girl, I went to get her a heart guard pill that like prevents heart trouble if a mosquito bites the dogs and stuff like that. And
Okay.
at the counter, I should have texted you and emailed you this specific sheet that was at the counter. At the counter, I had never seen this thing before, but at the counter, this thing caught my eye because it said mandatory spay/neuter, mandatory microchip. And I said, "What you talking about?
Hold
What's
on
this
one
mean
second.
mandatory?"
Wait before you go into the future and the AI and all that and the cloning of the dogs. Look what Corey D got.
What you say? I ain't stuck, Corey.
He said he had a cousin to pass away and they had 3 of their dogs cremated. When their cousin died, when my cousin died, the dogs went with him. Hush your mouth.
Oh wow, were they sick? I don't know. I don't know if I get that. Like, why did they put the dogs
I,
away? The cousin passed.
he said black folks bet Tina told her family, she gone, y'all. That's what she probably told her.
Yeah, I did. She at home now. Pulled a Drake. She at home now, in heaven. But anyway, Darius, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, mandatory, Christy Taylor, do you hear the word mandatory? And I looked at the lady who was giving me my heart guard for Kennedy. I said, wait a minute, what does this mean? And it says, as of July 2023, Memphis City, mandatory spay/neuter by 6 months of age, mandatory microchip by 6 months of age, or within 30 days of acquiring your pet. And I said, but hold on. First of all, I'm grateful that my dog is past beyond 6 months old. She's 2 years old, so I don't have to mandatory get nothing done to her, but keep her diapers on her when she starts to have her little go into heat, if you will. But anybody else, Christy, if you decide to get a puppy for Christmas, which I do highly recommend any and everyone that is wanting a dog, you guys need to go to Heaven Sent kennels. That's on Elvis Presley, 4250 Elvis Presley. They're one of our sponsors. They have plenty puppies, but if you get your puppy and that puppy is under 6 months old, then you are mandated by the government now to get your dog spayed or neutered and microchipped. I said, Lord, what in the world is world coming to? How are the pets going to procreate if we're getting them snipped here, snipped there? I don't have an answer for that, but I did ask the lady. I said, why is this being required or mandated? And she says to me that a lot of pets are getting they're getting loose, they're reproducing, and there are a lot of strays out there, allegedly. This was my, now allegedly is my word, allegedly. and
Oh,
and 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 if the dog um is found, the owner is going to be fined a very hefty fee for having this stray dog now roaming the streets, possibly have procreated with another dog. That's what she
wait
said.
a minute. Hold on. Wait. Okay, first of all, they need to make the cats do that. Okay, Darius. Okay. Well, I think
Oh
sometimes
yeah,
they
it's both. It's dogs and cats. It's dogs and cats.
hold on. So the federal government of the United States of America has had time to pass a law, probably in the courts, where they pass budgets, but they have found time to pass a federal law to spade and neuter and chip. And if your dog is found out of here wilding out, Tina Tilton, they're saying they're gonna find you.
Yep.
Because your dog is doing what God do. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yep. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. I should post this online. Let's see. It says section 8 through 3. Nope. Section 8-3-3. Mandatory spaying and neutering of dogs and cats. No person shall own, harbor, or keep within the city a dog or cat which has not been spayed or neutered. It is a defense to prosecute under that section. Under this section.
I guess you move to the country and have all the dogs you want.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. The animal is 6 months old. A licensed veterinarian has certified within the past year that the dog or cat should not be spayed or neutered for health reasons or is permanently infertile. The animal is being held for adoption by animal services or an animal welfare organization with an active 501c3. Long story short, if you ain't no dog breeder, or if something's wrong with your dog, it's got a problem, then your dog does not have to be spayed or neutered. But if your dog is healthy like mine over here, and if it is under 6 months of age, it is mandated that this dog or cat is required to be spayed or neutered. And even somewhere in here, it says something like the veterinarians are, held responsible for reporting the age of the dog as well as the status of the dog to the government, or else. Child. Yeah, I was like, that's a lot going on.
I don't know if this is the way I want us to end our show.
Well, I got to word up, but that's the reality of it. And for me, I was just like, daggone it, how does laws like that go under the radar and we don't even know about it? This took effect July 2023. July.
Okay.
I just learned this month.
I'm with Darius. No lynching law still not done, but mandatory dog snip. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. That is correct.
Hey, world famous Lavita McCoo checking in. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Okay. Andre 3000. I need to listen to his album after this sobering information that Tina has done. Yes, it's all setting it up for cloning dogs for profit. That's what they're doing. Because if you can't duplicate a dog, dogs can't reproduce themselves, then they can make money off of cloning your dog. Okay, it's all capitalistic.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that. I just thought about, okay, they're probably testing the dogs with this whole microchip thing to see how they're going to react before they begin mandatorily putting it into people. So I don't know. I never thought about that whole cloning thing.
Well, Chris and I are both screenwriters. He's an amazing screenwriter. So he's next level with his thought process. But I could definitely see how if the dogs can't reproduce themselves and your little pooch can't reproduce, then you're going to have to take it to these sci-fi movies done already told y'all. They done already told y'all what they're going to do. And clone Tyrone, clone y'all. Clone you. Oh, you're welcome, Darius. He said, well, thank you, Christie. Yes, he's an amazing screenwriter. Yeah. So it's realistic at the end of the day.
Well, let me tell them what the word of God has to say about this cloning or these dogs. So come on, I got a word up because we only have a minute and a half left. Come on, I'm ready. In Western society, pets have never been more popular. Many homes are graced with the presence of a dog or a cat or a hamster, turtle, fish, chinchilla, newt, parakeet, or even gecko. Everything from pythons to cockroaches are caged and kept as pets. The Bible does not really address the issue of keeping pets. The only possible example of a pet owner is the poor man in Nathan's parable, a man who had nothing except one little lamb who he had bought. He raised it and grew it up with his children. It shared its food, drank from his cup, and even slept in his arms. It was like a daughter to him. And that's in 2 Samuel 12:3. So my question to you is, do you want your daughter spayed, neutered, or microchipped? I just personally think it's a setup, but my dog is 2 years old, so she's past that deadline. But what about my real daughter, like Olivia? Oh, Lord, saints, we're going to have to pray. That's all I got to say. I'll get that word up in your spirit today. Oh, pray time. It's prayer time. Prayer time.
It's prayer time. you know something? I appreciate the fact that Tina, she understands the power of prayer. And speaking of prayer, let's pray for our city, Memphis, Tennessee, that it may not be sprayed or neutered or cloned or chipped, that peace will fall on the land. All right, Tina, I'm done.
Thank y'all for coming out. God bless. Good night.
For the biggest, that's a comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it. I've been comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma, gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest, that's a